Hello, this is XconMedia. Welcome back. I know I've been out the loop for a very long time, but we trying to get back in the loop for the 2025. Today we just gonna be highlighting a little excellence. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. Got one of my former co-workers. We're gonna tap in with her on her story and just talk, chop it up, just have a conversation. And without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead on and introduce her. This is AC the Mogul. What's up?
What up? What
Going
up?
on?
What up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm
Good,
blessed,
good.
highly favored. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're gonna give it a couple of moments and let some people get in and get on and stuff like that. You want tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Oh yeah, sure. So, as he said, my name is AC the Mogul. I am a truck driver. I've been trucking for about 5 years now. I also am a content creator on YouTube. My channel is AC the Mogul. Y'all can follow me on Instagram uh, and subscribe to my channel. So I do trucking videos there. I do health and wellness, um, music. I rap. I write songs a little bit. Staying humble with that. And I'm into fitness. I'm down about 30 pounds now. Yeah, I think that's about all I got to say.
Okay, we rapping. Okay, check out
Yeah.
some of the music and everything. Y'all can make sure y'all follow her at
Hmm.
Mogul for more of her story. All right. Let's go. Um, I guess I gotta reintroduce myself, because it's been a while. I've been out of it. And like I tell people all the time, a job pays you enough money to stop doing the things that you are supposed to do in life. So that's what I've been doing. The job didn't stop me, but I'm back. And the more you like, comment, and subscribe, hopefully one day we can get monetized on this thing and I can quit my job and I can talk to you every day, all day. Because that's what I would like to do. So
Exactly.
all y'all got to do it, like it, comment, subscribe, and everything. Let's go. Follow her. Make sure y'all go on her page, man, and follow her because she has a compelling story and a compelling journey. And I kind of think that you would like it. And hey, I seen her in action because we was on the same job. So she is a trucker. She know how to ride. She know how to drive that truck. Yep, she gonna get it from point A to point B. And that's what we do, on time service.
Yes,
Yeah, so what's
sir.
going on with you today? Besides all this Atlanta snow.
Yes, it's definitely looking like Buffalo, New York out here. For y'all that don't know, I was born in Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and I was pretty much raised in Buffalo, New York. So yeah, it get crazy weather out there. All type of blizzards, the rough buff.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Um, so how long have you been in Atlanta?
Uh, so I that's a trick question. It's two parts.
Okay.
So this year, well, I came back here in 2024 in March. So it's been what, 9 months? It'll be a year in March of 2025. So in a few months it'll be a year. But before that, I was living in um, I was on the road actually before that. And in 20, I want to say 16, I moved here for the first time from Buffalo, New York. So back in 2016, I was here, and then I left in 2019. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Buffalo, New York. What's life like up there? Like I don't think I've been to certain parts of New York. I don't think I have been to Buffalo. Yeah, I
Huh.
don't think I've been to Buffalo. I don't think I passed through, had a delivery or pickup or nothing going through Buffalo. I don't believe. If I have, I don't remember it.
Well, I'll tell you what I like about it. I like that it's right near Niagara Falls. So that's like, that's scenic. Everybody travels there to go to Niagara Falls. So it's right on the border of Canada. We probably like 20 minutes from Canada. And I really enjoyed that, being able to go over the border and, check the falls out. I like the food there, but outside of that, it's just cold. Not all year, but it's crazy. Like last year, I think my mom, everybody in Buffalo had no power, no lights on Christmas of 2023. So like my mom was telling me, luckily she had a gas stove, which she used to heat the house, to light candles and cook. But there were people who didn't have heat or anything. There were people who were dying because they had no heat and stuff. But it's crazy. Outside of that, like, it's a hood in every city you go to. There's gonna be a hood. Like there's a hood anytime you're near the city. So there's good parts and there's bad parts. But overall, I mean, it's cool. It's not a place I would want to stay for the rest of my life. As you can see, I'm here in ATL, shouty.
ATL, shouty. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. So, tell me about because we all got different routes and different paths as far as learning how to drive a truck. What took you to the point of, hey, I want to learn how to drive a tractor trailer? Because I got my own story. I share my story after you share yours.
Yeah, of course. That's a good question, actually. So let's just keep it all the way. Let's just keep it all the way funky, real, all the way 100% real. So when I was living here in 2019, that year of 2019, I was doing Uber, which I love to drive, but I wasn't making enough money. I had my son with me, and money just got tight. I started falling into like a depression. I also got another job, but by the time I got that other job working from home, my bills were so far behind that I was served with an eviction notice. So yeah, it got real at that point. My son had never been away from me longer than like a summer to spend with his father. So I went ahead and told his father, it's a good time for him to be in his son's life, as well as get to know each other, because I could use this time to really get myself in a better financial position. So I sent my son to live with his father, which was difficult in its own. And then about a month later, I was facing an eviction. So I was living in Noonan, Georgia at the time. And like I said, I was an Uber driver. So I took everything I could take. And the day of the eviction, I got on the bus, got on a Greyhound, and went all the way back to Buffalo, New York at 32 years old, or maybe 31. I'm not sure. I'm not all that good at math. 31, 32 years old. And now I'm moving back in with my mom. So that was really humbling. It reminds me of, if you're not familiar with the story of an eagle and how they, make a long story short, they continue to push their baby birds out of the nest. And every time they look like they're about to hit the ground, they go and swoop them up, put them back in the nest. And they keep doing that repetitively. Yes. So I felt like that was the transition that was happening for me. Here I am falling out the nest, but I'm a grown woman, with a child of my own. And so that was a hard time. And then at that time also, I was smoking weed heavy. Like I was addicted to weed. And Mary Jane. I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing.
Yeah, I know about that a little bit.
Yeah. So at that time, that's I was definitely addicted to weed, starting over again. And the car I was Ubering with wasn't even my car. I was renting it from Uber. I had fell behind on that by thousands of dollars. Had to turn that car back in and was in debt to the bank. So I moved back in with my mom. I didn't have my son, which now it's just me. I'm smoking weed every day. I'm trying to figure out, okay, if I sent my son to live with his father and I'm starting off at ground zero, I need to make a power move. Like, I'm 32 years old. What can I do to put myself in the best position possible? How can I turn this pain and this financial burden and this financial struggle that I'm going through into an opportunity? What could I do? What do I love to do? Or what do I enjoy doing that's not strenuous on my body? And I'm like, man, I'm driving. I love driving, but I just couldn't make enough money. So one day I'm high as a kite sitting there watching YouTube University.
Okay.
And I'm looking up at the screen and here comes this lady. I don't know her name. She in a blue van and she's living in this van. Just a van that she put a bed in and everything. And she's traveling the United States in this van. And I'm like, man, I'm sitting there high as hell like, man, I wish I could live on a truck. You know, I mean, I said, I wish I could live in that van. I wish I could get me a van and live in it. I save all my money. Man, I wouldn't have to worry about no bills. I could really come up. And like a light bulb, ting, I'm like, oh, shoot. High as hell. I get up and start running around the house because it wasn't a question. It was just like, it just dropped in my, it just downloaded right in that moment. Like, oh, snap. You could live on a truck.
It's a way not to be homeless. That's for sure.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to live with no what. I was thinking like the benefits of living on that van that girl had. I'm like, man, if I lived in the van, I wouldn't have to live with nobody. I would have my own privacy. I could save my money. I wouldn't have no bills. Man, I could come up. And then I was like, man, I wish I could. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, snap. And I got up so excited and I just started running around the house because I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. And I'm there by myself. Nobody's there. I'm just running around so excited because I don't know. I just that excited me because it's like, okay, you love to drive. You've been saying you love to drive, but what you're doing is not making you enough money. That was a way to solve all my problems. You know how they make those bubbles and then bubbles on, you make the circles and then the middle where they meet at. That's like, that was where everything was meeting at, right there in the middle. So I knew, I just knew, I was pregnant with excitement, honestly. And right then and there, I started Googling. I got on YouTube, like truck drivers, female truck drivers. How can I become a truck driver? I started Googling everything. And Prime Inc. came up and right then and there, I got on the phone with a recruiter. I'm like, hey, I'm really interested in truck driving. What do I need to do to become a truck driver? I don't know how to drive a stick. Like, is that something I can learn? Like, can you tell me all the information? She gave me all the information. She said, hey, you just need to go get your permit and we can start with us whenever you're ready. She ran like my license, I forgot what that test is called. She ran my license and was like, oh yeah, you can start whenever you're ready. You give us a date, but you have to go get your permit first. That day, I stopped smoking weed. Like cold turkey.
Had to get up, yeah.
Cold. Right. I'm like, yo, it's over. Like, because I knew then when she told me that, I'm like, okay, bet. It take me 30 days to get this out of my system. I told her, I said 30. I said, give me 30 days. And that's all she wrote. That's 5 years ago.
5 years. Okay, you've been in the truck 5 years. That's what's up. So you went to a 2020. Yeah, that was the right year to start. I think a lot of people started stuff in 2020. So when you would you go to a truck driving school or you went to technical school? Where did you go?
I went to Prime Inc. So Prime Inc. has its own school. Like they pay you to get your CDL. So they basically pay you to train you, but it's kind of in a way. So when you first go there and you tell them you're interested, after I get my permit, they put you on a truck with a trainer and you go out with this trainer, OTR, for maybe a week or two, and you drive. Well, before they just put you on a truck, you have to do a couple, you obviously got to get in the truck and get familiar with it first. So before you actually go out on the road, you do like a week of just getting familiar, maybe a few days of just getting familiar with how to drive. Because it's intimidating at first, and that's on my channel, actually, if you guys want to go find that, my first time driving in a truck video. But it's an orientation at Prime Inc. They put you in a truck. and with a trainer, and you just kind of drive across the parking lot a little bit. But after the first day, second day, I was ready. Put you on the road with a trainer, you out there driving a few hundred miles for a couple weeks until you feel like you're ready to go take the test. During that time where you're not official yet, you don't have your CDL yet, they was paying me, but it was basically like a loan. So when I would start getting checks, I would pay back what they were paying me in $25 increments or something small like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but then once you come back, you take the test with Prime Inc. You pass, which I passed all three of the first time. I had a trifecta, and I got a bonus for that. But the moment you pass, you take the results into the office, and they hire you right on the spot and give you an option to become a lease driver or a company driver.
Whoa, they let you become a lease driver at the gate?
I became a lease driver off the gate. I did not become a company driver. I went straight into leasing the truck, which there came more adversities. But yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. So how long? So how long was the process? How long was you? How long were you in Prime's truck driving school?
For me, I was there for, I want to say 2 weeks. Yeah, I was there for 2 weeks. And I was the only, no, it was 2 women in my class. Out of and the rest were all men. It was a full class. Out of all the people in my class, men, only me and one other man passed all of our tests on the first try.
Oh wow, I got a similar story too about that myself.
Yeah, so passed on the first try, trifecta, got that bonus. Everybody else failed. So what I did was, outside of studying YouTube University for the written part, like, you know, learning the pre-trip, that was like the hardest thing to remember. But YouTube University, and I got a video on that on my channel too. But I passed that on the first try. But what I did was, every time I struggled with anything, whether it was backing or like certain parking maneuvers, I would do that while I was out. There was a big enough parking lot and I was with my trainer, I would tell him I want to practice that. And then when I got back and I told him, hey, I'm ready to go and try to take my test. The test was scheduled for like a Monday. I told him I need to be back Friday. Mm-hmm. Friday we got back and we got on the training pad. I'm talking about all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, from morning until night. I told him, every time you have to help me, every time you have to tell me what to do, every time you have to stand outside and motion for me to do this, or I'm going to start over. And that's how it's going to be. So every time he opened his mouth to tell me anything or give me any direction, I would start over again. So I told him, if you have to tell me, then I'm not ready yet. So I need you not to say anything. So I literally kept doing it until he would be quiet until I got it on my own. So I did that for 3 days straight. And then Monday I took the test and I got that video too. I was running around talking about, I passed. It's on my channel. Okay. I shared the whole process.
She got the whole, listen, man, it's like reality TV on her channel, man. You can go through her entire story on her channel. Just make sure y'all follow her below. Wonderful. Yeah. My story is with my journey. I was working in a warehouse, man. And I had just got out after doing 16 years, and it was a warehouse, building pallets, building and tearing down pallets and everything. And I was the best thing there. You know, I don't care if I like a job or not. I'm always give it my best. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, I was just thankful that, you know, for the last 16 years, you know, I couldn't make no money, you know, make a legitimate check. And then I was making money. So I was happy with that. But then I was like, man, I'm beating myself up. I don't have no time for my kids. What can I do? And man, a lady in a Swift truck, an older lady, I'm talking about old. She wasn't probably about $110. She bumped the dock and jumped out that truck, lit bit. I said, man, I'm not gonna let nobody, I'm not gonna let no old lady beat me at that. And so I went to Georgia Piedmont, got signed up. I kept my job in the daytime, went to school at night for 8 weeks straight. That's what I did. Got them CDL. told Piedmont, we'll holler at y'all later, and it's over with. So I went to Georgia Piedmont for 8 weeks and went through everything. And like you, it wasn't nothing but a couple of us passed. Like me, my partner Greg White, and one other person out of like 12 or 13 people in the class, we passed on the first day. Everybody else had to go back a second and a third time. So I was just fortunate. I remember one of my classmates, she was there, and I just was so emotional when I passed that test, because I had people just don't understand the journey that I took and how long I done came in my life, and to just pass, the CDL. And I'm like, man, the next week I was on the bus on the way to Murray, Kentucky to get my first job, and the rest is history. That was 10 years ago. I've been out here for 10 years, off and on. I tell people all the time, I'm not a truck driver. I am not a truck driver. I am a businessman that just so happened to know how to drive trucks. I've done a lot of stuff in the last 10 years. I've owned several businesses. I drove the bus. I drove the bus for 2 years in the height of the pandemic. So I've done a lot, man, and I revert back to trucking. But hey, the more y'all like, share, we get this watch time up, I'm gonna talk to y'all. Once I get monetized, I'm quitting my job. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know about y'all, but I want to quit my job. I'm tired of people.
I second that notion. So support us, fellow truckers.
Right. Okay, so tell us about your your mental health weight loss journey. I mean, what you want to share about that. The people got 6 in here, so they coming.
Okay. And what up, y'all? I see y'all in the chat too. I see y'all. Thanks for supporting. That's what's up, Nate. What up, Christina? Yeah, what up? I see y'all in there. So what I would say is I lost 30 pounds. Yeah, okay. Your girl lost 30 pounds.
All right.
So being on that road, that I got to my highest weight that I'd ever been. I got up to 249 pounds. You heard me. 249 pounds, which, like I said, that was the highest weight I'd ever been in my life. And
at the height of what? How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Okay, so that's that we can say that's an unhealthy weight,
Yeah. So that for me, living on that road, I was on the road leasing that truck for over 2.5 years. Eating crappy, eating at truck stops, eating fast food every day, packing bags of snacks, just driving from Colorado to New Jersey and back, from New Jersey to Atlanta and back. Like, you know how they give it up when you an OTR driver. So I was out there doing that and running my body into the ground. And with that, as a female driver, it also gets uncomfortable to want to go outside at the truck stops and walk, like just to get some exercise in. To walk at a truck stop, you don't want to be, stared at or kind of bothered, right? Like, I just want to get my exercise in, and not even wanting to. It got to a point where I didn't even want to get out the truck. I was so uncomfortable in different states. You got to think, I'm not just in Black areas, right? I'm talking about truck stops all over America. We're not just talking about one area. And most of the time, I'm either only Black person or I'm the only Black woman in the area. And that's really uncomfortable to try to get out and get exercise when you feel like that. You don't know if people are staring at you because they are attracted to you, because they want to harm you, because they don't like you, or they're racist. You don't really know, what people's motives it are. And then, when I had a trainer with me, men wouldn't look at me twice. But when it was me by myself, like I said, you get the odd stares and you don't know how people are perceiving you or coming up, looking. So a lot of the times, instead of walking and getting out of the truck, it's already challenging to stay on top of your health if you're coming home every day. That's a challenge. It's already challenged to stay on top of your health just by going to the grocery store and eating regular food if you're home every day. It's even more of a challenge when you have that extra layer of uncomfort. You're in a different place, walking unfamiliar every single day, different truck stops, and you don't know if you're safe 100% of the time, because a lot of people can see you have no mail with you. And then you're foods from truck stops that are extremely expensive and unhealthy. They overprice the salads, the fruits. You might go in there and pay $20, $25 just to eat one healthy meal for that one day. A salad, some fruits. Mind you, you still have to have breakfast, lunch. So you might spend even more than that. You might get away with a good $40 for the whole day of food. You have to really put a lot of intention into going to grocery stores. And a lot of the times you might hit small towns where you're not going to see a Walmart or truck parking. So you got those extra layers, which was very difficult for me. So yeah, I packed on a lot of weight. Coming home every day, what I'm doing now, excuse me. Okay. Coming home every day. Now I was able to prioritize my health and my fitness, prioritize my meal planning and my meal preps. I go to the gym and do my shrimp training in my group classes 3 days a week. And I'm at home, I'm working 4 days a week, and I'm working out before I go to work, 3 days a week. So that's 6 days a week that I'm walking and doing strength training, and I'm meal prepping 1 time a week. So I was able to stay on top of my health like that. My quality of life has definitely improved, being a local truck driver versus being OTR. And then there was 2 parts. Stop me if I'm
no, you good. No, okay. It's all about you. Let's go.
Yeah. The other part of the question was my mental health. So, when you're not able to get adequate exercise, like I spoke to you about the layers on being on the road, that means you're not getting adequate sunlight either. Right. That means you're deficient. You're vitamin D deficient. That means, that adds to depression. There's a lot of things that add to depression, but I know things that help to cure it is eating properly, nutritionally. I know it sounds cringe, like corny, like cliche, but it's true. You eating properly, you feeding your body properly, it's gonna feed you back with, a good healthy mindset to start your day with. You making sure you getting out and moving your body, that helps with you mentally. You feel more confident. You feel like you've accomplished something. So those 2 things in itself are like 2 things that I pretty much stripped away from myself by living on that truck. And I'm not saying it's impossible to do, because there's plenty of times where I did get up and do it, but it wasn't enough to combat the obesity at that time. So we're going to get into something that's a little bit more personal that I haven't even revealed on my own channel yet. So you guys.
Oh boy, developing story. Let's go. We listening. Yeah.
I haven't even spoke about this on my own channel yet. So this is something that's really personal, but I'm sure relatable in a way. Being that, when you got a lot of pressure, you out there on that road. So you got all of the things that I was talking to you about, and then you have loneliness. I was the type that I practically lived on the road. I didn't have an apartment. I wasn't going home like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. I mean, I was staying out there 3, 4, 5, 6 months at a time. I'm talking about men wasn't even doing that. Like, I was living out there, barely getting physical touch. I'm not even talking about just even a hug from like a kid or your mom, or an interaction with family. I wasn't even getting that. I was literally just out there feeling how I was feeling, and my body was, what I told you, was suffering in a way that it was suffering because of the way that I was not taking care of myself at that time. So I leaned into escapism, right? So we do that in a lot of different ways. Obviously, overeating, that's an addiction. That's a way that we escape. We make ourselves feel comfortable. I went into, I told you before I was doing that, I was handling it with weed before I became a truck driver. Mm-hmm. And lastly, there might not have been no grocery stores when you go all over America in a lot of different spots. There might not have been a way for you to walk and have your privacy while you're doing it, like walking trails and walking paths. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you what there was. There was casinos. Okay. There was casinos. There was casinos in the truck stops. Almost at every truck stop that I would pull up in, there was casinos next to the truck stops. No matter where you go, I don't care if you all the way out in Wyoming. I don't care if you in Washington. I don't care where you at. There's a casino out far, far away where you could park your truck and a billboard sign say truck parking, play, eat, stay. Right? So I'm like, ooh, that too. Yep. Okay. So this is something that's like, okay, this is something I can do. This is something I can enjoy. I can get out of this truck. I don't have to be looked at like a weirdo. I can get some entertainment. Oh, I can have a drink. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I can have a drink. I can get some good food. I can listen to some music. I could play a little games. I could get away from how I'm feeling. I could get myself dressed up. Let me go in this bathroom and put on some makeup and shower. I might be able to meet somebody. You know, you're dealing with loneliness. So it was like, that was the most exciting thing for me. So I started to escape into that. So all of this money that I was getting, I'm talking about leasing, you know, there's cons and pros, which we could talk about that too. But let's just say I saved up about over $20,000. I'm talking about when I would go to the casino, I was not able to stop gambling. Like it's, you know, once you are addicted, you're always addicted to it. Once you are a food addict, you're a food addict. Even if you lose 100 pounds, you're still a food addict. Once you are a weed head, no matter that I haven't smoked weed in probably 2 years, or, you know, I don't want to snitch on myself. It's been a while. Even though I haven't did it in a while, I'm still a weed head. It's not a day that goes by and I don't think, if I get stressed out, man, I wouldn't mind hitting the blunt right now, right? Or even now, losing 30 pounds. I still have my moments where I'm like, man, I just want to go get some chocolate, some pizza. I'm having a bad day. I want to binge out on that and I want to escape into that. Okay. I'm still an addict. I'm still an addict. I'm still a casino. I'm still a gambling addict, even though I have not gambled in a year now. I will go in that casino, and I'm talking about
7-Eleven slot machine. What's your game?
I was big on slots. I would go in that casino and say, I would lie to myself. I would just say, yeah, I'm gonna just spend. I'll take $500 in. I'll take $500 in there. $1,000 later. So wait, first off the casino, I would be $500. That's the max that you could take out at one time at an ATM. Then it would be, oh, I need my money back. Forget it. I'm gonna take another $500 off. You know what? I lost that too. No, and let me see. I might have won $2,000. And then I'll spend all that. And then I'll be like, oh, let me go back. You know what? I need my money back. I cannot believe I just lost this. Let me play max bets. Let me pay $20 bets until I get my money back. $3,000 later, $4,000 later, $5,000 later, $6,000 later. That's how bad it was. And I'm talking about probably a day and a half of just being in there overnight. I may or may not eat. Honestly, I would only eat if I lost all my money because I would feel so bad. I would go back to my truck and I would think to myself, it's money. I get money out here all day. I'm getting $3,000 on my next load. I'll make it back up. And I was hurting myself in that way financially. So when you talk about mental health, the more that you take care of your body, the more that you take care of your body physically, mentally, emotionally, sunlight, your body is going to reward you back. And I'm not saying that you're not going to make some of those same decisions, those same addiction decisions, but it will lower the risk of you making impulsive decisions. It will, that's like saying people that, if you lose weight, if you lose 100 pounds, that don't mean you're not going to be a diabetic. No, but it will decrease your risk of having diabetes. It'll decrease your risk of having heart issues. It'll decrease your risk of certain things. So by you taking care of your body to the best of your ability, that decreases your risk for making impulsive decisions, falling into depression, falling into, all of those bad habits. And that goes into self-care and self-love. So that's why it's big on my channel, because a lot of us truckers, what's the ideal trucker, right? Now it's changing. It's changing to be people like me, real pretty girls, skinny girls, beautiful men, skinny men. That's changing. But the idea of a trucker is this big, fat, ugly man that is, smoking hella cigarettes and, got overalls on and don't take care of himself. That's the ideal trucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's so important for me to express and get on my channel, because, we are the ones that's out here making America move, and we keeping the world going. But it's who is suffering behind that if we're not taking care of our bodies? We are.
That's right. That's a valid point. You right about that, because I'm guilty of that. I had got up and weighed and stuff like that, and then I had lost it and gained it back and lost it again. And you got to take care of your mental health, because I mean, trucking is a lot of people don't understand, man. Truck drivers, people that drive trucks, go through a lot out there. You away from your families. You missing those valuable moments of your kids' life. You out there, you by yourself. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's not just driving the truck. I mean, like people that don't drive a truck, they see the truck as the hardest thing to do. To me, driving is the easiest thing about a truck driving job. That's the easy part. It's everything else that you got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like dispatchers and shippers, receivers. You got to deal with this crazy traffic out here, these road rage people that be ready to DIE about it. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. So what are you doing moving forward, like as far as like your mental health? Like how did you make the change and realize, at what point was you like, something is going on, I need to change? What was your steps in changing, or the start of the change?
So I would have these stints of like feeling really good, and I would go out and walk or exercise or what have you. I'm trying to think, what was the start of the change? Honestly, it wasn't until I got tired. I remember one time I got tired of the way that I would feel with my back and my body. And I also got tired of eating the same food, the same McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, all the same foods they have on all these truck stops. So I got tired of eating the same foods. One time I just got tired of eating. I got tired of eating the same chips, everything. So I would consciously do my best to start cooking on the truck. I had pots and pans like, the plug-in hot skillets. I had, I would consciously make an effort to go to Walmart and stock up on like as much groceries that my truck could hold. And I would make sure it was all healthy, low carb, actually breakfast, eggs and cheese. Like I have videos where I'm actually cooking meals on my truck. I would get a toaster oven, and I'm talking about make a whole meatloaf in there with some vegetables. Like I started actually cooking my meals on the truck. As complicated as it was, I was doing it. Spaghettis and all type of stuff. I was making my food on my truck at one point and doing my best to, instead of getting out my truck to exercise, I would watch a 20-minute video while I was on my truck. Jillian Michaels, I still watch her videos to this day. It's like a 20-minute exercise. You really, you could have weights, I did purchase a set of weights, but it's like I would say HIIT for like strength training, squats, lunges, a lot of I got me a pair of barbells. I got me a stepper machine where I could step right in my truck, and I would do that. It got to a point where I was just working out inside. I would close my curtains as soon as I pulled into a truck stop, turn my lights on, bump the music, put those videos on, and I was in there working out, and I got video footage of that too. And then eventually I got tired of working at Prime and I got off the road. But while I was still doing all of this, I was in therapy. I had been in therapy the whole time. I'm a big advocate for therapy. I've been in therapy for over 5 years, probably off and on my whole entire life. But my most recent therapist, probably between 5 and 6 years we've been together. So she was still there with me through all of everything that I was going through, encouraging me and helping me to use the tools within myself. So I would say exercising, eating better, going to therapy, journaling, sitting with myself through the emotions, knowing that like whatever it is I'm going through is going to pass. And then eventually love had found me. And that gave me also something to like look forward to. And I also was traveling to go see my son a little bit more often, as well as seeing my ex now, single. But I was going to see my ex pretty often and stopping at my family's house pretty as often as I could, making sure that I got my hair done as often as I could to take care of myself. Just doing enough, getting out and make sure I shower every day, brush my teeth every day. Because you got to think, let's just be human for a second. When you're going through a depression and you're not doing well and you're out there by yourself and it just got to a point where I felt like I'm just floating. It's hard to take care of yourself like that. You just feel like, what am I even doing all of this for? And then imagine the times where I would have a binge and I just lost $6,000 or I just lost $10,000 and now I'm back in the hole and I'm broke when I just had 20 grand saved up. Or I would go on these binges of going to the casino. So yeah, it took me to choose myself and stop doing those things that were hurting my success. So I stopped going to the casino as much as I could. I stopped eating those unhealthy foods, started cooking and going to therapy and working out, all the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. And then eventually made more time for family and friends, and I was okay. Got off the road, and I'm glad that I did.
Oh, that's what's up. That's cool. That's cool. That's a lot of times people don't realize, like I said, a lot of times people don't realize what truck drivers be going through out here. I mean, it is lonely out here. And it's a lot of folks that be going through some real, I've had some issues, you know what I'm saying? But for me, and as men, me myself, I can't speak for other ones, but me myself is like, shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Shake it off, get over it, get through it. A lot of times we be having stuff that we be dealing with and we don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, you just I salute you, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard out there. Everybody don't make it, everybody don't get through it. You know what I'm saying? You got people that give up, and you got people that can't see the end of the tunnel. So, salute to that. So tell us about your music. You rap. I mean, what's going on. Yeah, let us know.
That actually
YouTube. Tell them where if y'all want to follow her, I got a link tree in the description, man. Make sure y'all catch all her links down there. But tell us about your music.
Yeah, you also can follow me. Hit the link tree to check out my music as well. So I would consider myself a lyricist. I don't just I won't say just rap, because anybody, you could say people that make a rhyme, they rap, but there's a difference between Kendrick Lamar and Waka Flocka. So, I'm right. Not Waka Flocka, if that would make any sense. Right. Yeah, so you can find my music in my link tree. That's on all the major platforms: Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, anything, YouTube Music. Just type in Adrienne Cherrail and you'll find it. or you could click that Linktree and it should take you right to where the music is at. I got new music coming out on my channel. Actually, I just recorded a new song. So I'm going to be taking you guys backstage and showing you, you know, behind the music, like what it's like to be in the studio creating, like what is my creative process like. But that is also one big therapeutic aspect that helped me out a lot too. When I said journaling, it's definitely a part of my music. It's therapeutic for me. So on the road, I actually, when I first started with Prime, I was in the process of going to school for music production online. So I do have a degree in music production now. I'm not all that good at it, but I know what I'm great at is rapping and songwriting. That's what I'm great at. But as far as the production part of it, I still go to the studio and let the studio engineer do that. And I can make
it's a practice. Just like doctors practice doctoring, you know, lawyers practice law. You know what I'm saying? You got your degree and it's a practice. You'll perfect it.
Yeah. So, and you can also check me out. Just check me out. Check out my channel. I got a few freestyles on there, a few bars I've written, a few songs in the background. And I got some more stuff coming out, and I'm excited. I'm so excited to be getting back into my music. It's a gift that needs to be shared.
Okay, my friend, my personal friend down there, he say, let us hear something if you want to.
Okay.
If you want, only if you want, no pressure, you know, no pressure. You just got a few 100,000 people watching you. We're gonna speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? So you you give it to them.
Let me see.
Let's go.
Okay, let me see. Davon Neely, I'm screaming RIP. All I got left now is a memory. I got a video and messages of you released, and now you dead at 32, and I can't even believe. Found out on Instagram on my news feed, seen a picture of you saying rest in peace. But how the fuck am I supposed to rest in peace when my life is a puzzle? Feel like I'm missing a piece. I'm just here to make the music you can vibe to. I'm just here to make the music you survive to. When you're struggling, feel like you want to let go. Let the lyrics to the song be the rainbow. No, it ain't about where you been. It's about where you going next. Living in the present, leaving all the bullshit in the past. Wake up every day, living life like it won't last. Wake up every day, giving gratitude for what you had.
Okay.
Won't take days off. We go so high until we fall. Won't take no loss. Won't take days off. We go so high until we fall. A nigga used to dream. My reality's a dream now. Niggas used to dream. My reality's a dream now. Living out my dreams now. Living out my dreams now.
Hey, okay, man. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, that's some skills. Oh, the guy that asked for it too. It just so happened he from New York as well.
Okay, what part? I see y'all in the comments. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Somebody put the fire emoji. Yeah, check me out. Y'all better follow me after that, because I don't just be on live freestyling.
That was a free show, y'all. So you better, all you got to do is click the link. All you got to do is click that link. That's all you got to do. Go yeah. Okay. All right. So that's something from that you already had, or is that what you're working on? Or?
No, that's something that I had. It was about so that song, actually, I was inspired by Nipsey Hussle. So that actual verse, I wrote that to his song No Days Off. Nipsey Hussle had a song called No Days Off. So I wrote that to his song. That actually the chorus I was singing was his chorus, but the verse was mine. And the verse was inspired because my friend died. Davon Neely, I was saying in the beginning of the song, he died. And I had wanted to write a verse to remember him. I struggled really hard with that. He died of a brain aneurysm, actually. So it was definitely health related. He was obese. He was a big man. I don't know if that had anything to do with the aneurysm, but he did smoke a lot of weed. I mean, a lot of weed. I was smoking with him, so I know. And yeah, he died. And that was right around the time Nipsey Hussle died. And I was like, yo, I love this song by Nipsey Hussle. There's no way that I can let this man die and then Nipsey Hussle die and I do nothing to honor them and honor their work and how much of an impact they had on my life. So that verse was written, inspired by death and inspired by that song. Okay. And that's on my channel too. It's called No Day. If you go on YouTube and type in No Days Off by Nipsey Hussle, you'll see me just before I got evicted. I was in that apartment in 2019 in Atlanta, and I rapped that in that apartment just before I got evicted.
Oh wow, yeah, that's so the entire song is on your channel.
No, that verse and the chorus I did is on there. However, I do want to write another verse because I had one more friend that passed away shortly after. And when we're talking about obesity, we're talking about mental health. She wasn't obese, but she was. I haven't even put this on my channel. She struggled with addiction to many different drugs, stronger drugs, and she overdosed. So we talked about escapism and mental health. So yeah, so I would like to write a verse of that song to her. So we got one toward my friend Davon Nelly, and I would like to write a verse for her too, so I could complete the entire song. But yeah, if y'all subscribe to my channel, I'll take you with me on that process when I start to write that verse, and also to the studio. That'll be something that I'm doing coming up in the. I already rapped it, Quentin. You missed it.
Q, you missed it, son. You got to rewind and watch it again.
Yeah,
you missed it. Yeah, she putting it down though. She put it down though. She put it down. Yeah. A lot of these guys I know, man. Like I'm gonna get that boy right down there. Quentin Demery, he got a story. Elton Du, he got a story. Chris Murray, he got a story. Those
from the Bronx.
Yeah, them my people. Like we did time like from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So they all got a story, man. We're gonna crank this thing up, man, and try to take over the internet for the 2025, man.
Okay.
I'm tired of driving the truck. I don't listen, y'all.
Okay.
Listen, y'all. I'm tired of driving the truck. So I'm about to give y'all this content. I'm about to give it to you because I'm tired of driving the truck, man. Like, follow, subscribe, share. We're going to talk about all kind of positive things. We're going to talk about struggles. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. But we're going to stay consistent. That's the major thing. That's what we got to do. We got to stay consistent because I'm tired of listen, man, I'm tired of driving that truck. Y'all don't hit me. What about you?
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you. You see me nod my head. I've been feeling like that. You know, it's like the more that I get into this YouTube, because see, I'm behind the scenes. I'm vlogging and making all type of videos behind the scenes. I'm taking y'all in the studio. It's videos I haven't even posted yet. I got several videos I haven't even posted yet. I'm editing and I'm working on posting them. But the more that I work in the background toward my channel, the less I want to go to work. That's and right. You said it in the beginning. They pay you just enough. I think that was you that said that. Yeah, they pay you just enough for you to stop using your gifts and you to stop using your dreams. And somebody, actually a guy that I interviewed, one of the coworkers that I'm going to be posting an interview on our channel soon, the thumbnail I sent you today, he was saying something that I felt was profound. And he said, you know, you too talented to be driving anybody's job, to be working at anybody's job. He was like, you too creative and you too talented. You know, imagine Nicki Minaj working as a truck driver and that's where she stopped at. Not saying that I'm her, but you get what I'm saying? Imagine like Kendrick Lamar, he decided to just stay a truck driver. You know, and that got me thinking like, dang, you rarely think of yourself like that. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you need that reflection outside of yourself, pointing you in the mirror like, yo, you know you got it, right? You know you need to be doing this, right? Then you got Greg, another man that I'm interviewing that was with us at CR England. He does music on the side. And he says the same thing. Yo, Adrienne, you need to get on your music 100% full. Like he will record me for free. He's practically begs me to come and record for free. And it's like people like that you need on your team. People that's cheering for you, that want to see you win, that believe in you 100%, that's encouraging you and backing you up. I could never have enough of that. So if any of y'all on this feed feel like that about me, let's go.
Let's get it. Yeah, we're going to collab. Look, I already got a text message from Nate Smooth, he got a podcast. He said he wants to talk to you. So yeah,
Hey.
so I'm gonna make sure that I get the information, get y'all information exchange, because he gonna want to collab and do some stuff together, because he trying to do the same thing. That's my oldest brother.
Okay.
He's trying to do something. We trying to do the same thing, man. We is trying to break the chains of these jobs, like, for sure. Chris Morris says, what were you doing before you drove trucks?
Okay, so yeah, we that's a good question. Thanks for asking, Chris. Yeah, we did speak about this in the beginning, but that's okay. I'm glad you tuned in now. I was working as an Uber driver. But before that, I was doing many other things. Like, you ever heard people say there's not nothing I can't do. Let's put it like that. Like, there's not nothing that I can't do. So I was a recruiter at one point. I used to staff and hire nurses and give them contracts to go in and, staff them all over to America, like, get them contracts to work in jails or hospitals, anywhere, like traveling nurses. At one point, I was a bartender for a couple years of my life. I was a Zumba instructor at one point. Man, it's so many jobs that I've done. I can't even. A lot. But at the end, it ended up being an Uber driver before I did trucking. That was like the last job. Oh, I also worked from home for Apple technical support. Yeah, that was me when y'all call. My phone's broken. And I would be like, okay, you have to tell me exactly what's wrong with the phone. Don't be calling there and talk about y'all phone broke. What's wrong with the phone? How's it broke? It's a black screen. Okay. What happened? Did you drop the phone?
Right.
So I was technical support at one time. I mean, I done it all. It's time for me to do exactly what we're doing right now.
That's right. We got to get the message out, man, because I tell people all the time, man, I don't care who you are. I don't care what story you got. Somebody out there want to hear you. It's an audience out there that whoever you are, they will follow you to hell if that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta, it's all about, and me and you have talked about this, and there's some stuff that you did to just kind of like put that fire. And I'm like, that was coupled with, man, I'm surely tired of getting up at 4:44 in the morning, heading to a job that I don't want to work for nobody. I just do it because I have to.
Yep.
But what, in 2025, we
changing that.
We're gonna change that.
We changing that.
There's nothing else I say. You better hear that.
We changing that.
And anybody, it's a lot of people in the chat that know me. I'm all about everything I ever say I'm about. And that's what's going down right now. We about to change that this year, man. I sure appreciate y'all tapping in. We got two of my friends, they just got engaged, man. They some awesome people.
Oh, congratulations.
And Storm, yeah.
Hey, Storm. Hey, Timothy. Hey,
people right there. They just got engaged. So yeah,
congratulations, Elton. Thank you.
Trip. Yeah, I gotta take me old trip. But Nate Smooth, I just told her that you want to see her. So I'm gonna give y'all information, and then y'all go from there.
Yeah, thanks, G.
Yeah, we're gonna get this content rolling. We're gonna get the ball rolling. Everybody got a story. So if you want to come on my channel and jumpstart your story and get your story out to the people, this what we doing in 2025. We're gonna build it up. We're gonna get it on up out here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So anything else? What else you want people to know? Anything else you want to know? Tell people about yourself, struggles, you know what you can do? You can say what you gonna do right here, and guess what? Lock yourself into it. Sometimes you got to tell people what you gonna do. Damn, I gotta do this now. I said I was gonna do it, and now I got to do it. Okay. Yeah. So anything you want to tell the people about what you gonna do?
So, I'm gonna speak it as it is. I'm gonna speak it. I'm gonna claim it into existence. You know, in the Bible, it talks about, you know, when you ask, believe you already received it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna speak like I've already received it. I'm 160 pounds down. I'm 160 pounds now. I've lost 100 pounds or 80. I've lost 80 pounds. I'm 160 pounds.
That's fine. I got to salute you on that. That's fine.
I am. Thank
That's
you.
work right there. That
It
is
took a lot of
work.
work.
That's work. That's not easy. It's hard to lose 5 pounds.
Okay.
That's work right there.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep speaking that into existence. I actually nope. I already have it. I've already lost it. I've lost it. I've lost the weight. I weigh 160 pounds. I um I have created an EP for you guys to download, and it's fire. I've gotten over 100,000 streams. It's very popular music. People love my music. It has put me out there. I've gotten over 100,000 subscribers, engaged supporters that believe in me. And I want to say thank you to each one of you. Like, I really appreciate the love and the support. You guys have helped me so much that I was able to have the option to stop working as a truck driver full time. Like, now, if I work as a truck driver, it's not because I have to, it's because I just want a little extra money and I'm trying to save. So I've saved already $20,000 so that I can put a down payment on my multifamily unit. And I've been taking y'all with me house shopping. I've been taking y'all with me to the studio. I've been taking y'all with me to make this EP. I've been taking y'all with me as I've lost this weight. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So thank y'all for coming along on the journey with me. Like, the girl done grew all the way up.
Let me
She
tell
grew
you,
up.
I got some supportive people, so definitely they gonna be checking you out, man. They coming. The audience is coming. We just gotta get this content out. We gotta make it. We gotta make it. We gotta take it. Honestly, we just gotta take it.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be the only collab. We gonna be back. Oh yeah, and make sure y'all tune in too, because me and G got a video that's coming out. I'm getting ready to release on my channel.
Yeah, on the I did. We did a video about, you know, our which is my current employer. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to retire this year. All right. It's probably gonna be my last employer. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I work for myself from between 17 and 20. And, you know, even though it was a struggle, it wasn't always a struggle. I did have some good times in the process. And guess what? But I like the way that feel to work for myself and get up whenever I feel like it and didn't have to ask nobody for anything. So that's what we working back towards now. But yeah, y'all got to check her video out, because she gonna put that video out sometime next week. Talking about the job, you know.
Yeah, it's called Truck and Truth. It's a mini series that I'm working on where I'm interviewing different truck drivers that are my coworkers that I worked with to get their experience at working at CR England. I actually met G at that job. We actually got in the truck together on the first day. Was it our first day there?
Yeah, that was the first day.
Yeah, I was our first day on our own.
You know, they just kind of just like threw you out there and said go.
They did though.
Hey, had to use this trucking experience and just kind of just figure it out, and that's what we did.
Yeah, they put us in a truck together. That was our first day meeting, and we just was cool ever since. So that's gonna be the trucking series. It's about that job and interviewing different truckers. So that video that me and G made is about to be going up soon. I'm in the process of editing and getting thumbnails together. Y'all know how it go. But consistency is the game. Hey, I've been consistent on YouTube. Let me not do the quote. I'm speaking it into existence. I've been consistent on YouTube for over a year now. So that's what's happening.
Well, I'm going to just say it like this. YouTube, X, Facebook, TikTok. I want all that money. I'm coming to get all of it. I'm about to hold the game up. I'm coming to get all of it. I want all that money. I want it all. And with the help of the audience, with the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, all that. I appreciate all y'all for that, man. It does not go unnoticed, man. So what you want to lead the people with? It's on you. It's up to you. What you want to lead the people with? Any words of inspiration? Because somebody somewhere might be like, man, I was just about to give up, but then I seen AC the Mogul. I was this close to giving up. And
I've been there.
There's one thing that turned me around.
I've been there, and you're not alone. And you know, some people in those type of waves and those type of emotions and those type of storms, when we get in that frequency and we don't see a way out, we think that that's the end all be all. You know, we think that's the darkest place. We can't see the light. We can't see the candle that's lit at all. We don't see it. Just know I've been there, and I'm not there no more. And also, you know, what I learned in therapy is like, we supposed to treat our emotions like waves. So, you know, when we go to the beach, the waves, they're gonna come. Sometimes it's calm water, but eventually the waves stop. Like they come and they go. They come and they go. Our emotions do the same thing. And feelings are not facts. We got people that take their lives in those type of emotions because of the waves of emotions they feeling. You ever had just a bad day and you wake up in the morning, you be like, I'm all right now. You know what I mean? So just know whatever it is that you're going through right now, it'll pass. And if you're alive and you're watching this video, that means you have the power to change your circumstances to be whatever it is that you want them to be. Whatever it is. It don't matter how long it's going to take you. Don't matter how far you feel like you are from the goal. I do that even myself. I feel like I still have so long to go in my weight loss journey. I still got another 60 pounds to lose, and I've lost 30. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I got more against me. I'm still overweight. I still got so much farther to go. But then I have to stop and look back, like, look how far you came. You might not be where you want to be. When I got evicted, I wasn't where I wanted to be. Getting evicted, moving back in with my mom at 30-something years old, sending my son to live with his daddy, going through a custody battle, which I'm still going through right now. I have my days, but I also know this too shall pass, and it's not going to be like that every day. And I see a light at the end of the tunnel, so you can too.
That's right. Yep. Well, we appreciate the kind words, and just want to offer you words of encouragement to keep going. As long as you above ground, you got the power to change anything that you're trying to do in life. It's all up to you, you know. Can't nobody do it for you. One of the last quotes I heard when I was in the halfway house right before I got out, and it was meant for me to hear this right before I got out, and it stuck with me. And next week will be 11 years that I've been out of prison.
Wow.
And one quote she said was, I can't want it for you worse than you want it for yourself. And I don't know, that just stuck to my soul. You know what I'm saying? So if you trying to change, if it's things that you trying to change in your life, I could want it for you. I could want it for you. I want to see you do good and do well. But if you don't want it for yourself, who am I?
Exactly.
I'm gonna stop you from being great for what you want to do in your life. You know, so you just got, as long as you above ground, you can change your path. It is out here for you to change. So again, this is what we doing in 2025. Adrienne Cherrail, aka AC the Mogul. I'm glad you tapped in. We got a lot of more collaborations to do. This is what we doing, y'all. So all my friends, all my people, you know, if y'all want to get on here, talk about y'all story, man, this is what we doing, man. And we're going to stay consistent with it. It could be once a week. It could be once a night, once a day. You know what I'm saying? So if you got something to promote, you got something to talk about, you want to tell people your story, man, tap in. That's what we doing. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And we appreciate y'all, and we out of here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no doubt.